Alright guys, welcome back to Rouse House. We're still working on our riverboat scene, coming up the river, getting these mountains laid in here on top of the sky. We used a different color last time. This time we're going to grab some of this cerulean blue and this yellow ochre. Mix these two together, get me a green. It's going to give me a good green right there. But it's not a pure green. It's kind of a green that might be out there in the distance somewhere. I'm going to grab a little bit of burnt sienna, mix in with it. And see, it just kind of tones that down a little bit. We're still trying to establish the depth that we come to these mountains. We kind of got the sky, we got the mountains are going to be kind of the background, and we're going to have trees down here by the riverbank blowing down there. They're going to be closer to the foreground. Let's get them kind of in here. That's our gangplank. We know where it's at, so we can kind of paint over it a little bit. These trees are going to be coming up the riverbank. So by having a different color, it's creating a different effect as far as that one's in the background. This is closer up here to the front. Remember, we got a little cabin right there, and it's probably got a big old oak tree growing up in here somewhere out beside it, because I like those trees for shade. We'll catch that in here, and that's going to help give us that light roof to reflect in. So we'll have a little tree growing in there, a little bit something back in here. Trees just all the way down this riverbank. And we're going to paint trees into trees and more trees. And got a big old tree here. We're going to have all those trunks going up, shooting up through there. You see all that blue we drew with? We're kind of losing all that blue, which is good. We didn't really want it all in there. So it still shows through. We're going to know how to draw it. We're just trying to get this depth that we want to have in here. You know, kind of establish where that's going to be. I want it kind of dark right because it's going to be, that's a white boat, so we've got to have that dark in there. I have that paddle wheel there, and come right behind it, and just keep rolling these shapes in here. Where you want those shapes to be. Carry some of that over to the water. The reflections that'll be out here in the water, see. We went right behind that wheel, let's get that in there. All these different colors are going to give us a lot when we get to it. I mean, it's just going to give us, you know, what we're trying to achieve there. Now, a lot of what I'm doing, this is more for an intermediate class, not really beginners. But I mean, you can see what I'm doing. What I want you to do is realize what the strokes are. I mean, it's just we're just getting it covered. Don't try to finish the picture at this stage. That ain't what we want. We're just trying to figure out where we want this stuff to be. It's going to be a big old oak tree right there by that house. That'll be fun to do right there. Get some more, get it covered. Let's get our reflections in the water. You ever wonder why the Tennessee River's green? Everybody says, I wouldn't swim in that water, it's green. Water's clear. It reflects what's shining into it. Well, green is state and the land is free. It reflects the green trees. It looks green. It's not green water. Fish love it. And you find crawfish galore. And if the water wasn't clean, you ain't gonna find crawfish. Crawfish can't live in dirty water. Tennessee's a healthy river. A lot of growth, a lot of great fishing. It's a pretty river. And see all these colors again, these other colors I threw in here, the mountain colors, and by applying all these different colors, and we're gonna build a lot of depth doing that. While my brush is kind of dry, I'm gonna pull some of that color up in here on top of that mountain. We'll tone it back down, but I want to get that bluff on that mountain the way it is. Where it kind of rolls across that, right in this point right here, where it kind of rolls across. Get between those stacks right there, get some color on it. Separate these two pieces right here, just from back there, and we'll do that with colors. Remember, those are trees back on the mountains. Don't be afraid to let your strokes show. We ain't worried about the strokes. We're just trying to get it to look, looks kind of what we want it to be there. And some of that back over here where it carries off the picture. All these different fields and layers, and trees laid all out there in all different directions. We'll cut more sky into the water, and a little bit of shadow up there on that back side. A little bit more up here on this point. I'm the world's worst. I will carry it. I'll carry colors, probably where they don't belong sometimes. But you know what? I don't worry about it. I don't come back and add more colors, more colors. And I'm a firm believer in that. You can't build one without the other. You can't create depth without it. When I got all this white, I don't want to waste all this white. I'm going to kind of use it to establish where my riverbank's going to come right down through here, the water. I'll lose that. A little bit on my roof just to help get my drawing back in. Ain't it amazing what a stroke will do here and there? Don't take much, just a stroke here and there. Gives us something to paint into when we come back. And that's what we're wanting to do. Got all that light up in there. Want to have some of that light in the water, see? Reflecting out to the water. I want to keep my darks there. Just that roof going on out there a little bit. Have that old house sitting there reflecting into the water. Just get that edge straightened back up there. That edge ain't gonna be that bright because it's under that overhang, but I just want to get the edge of that little building back in there. Grab some of that white here and get our deck put back on here a little bit. Don't want to lose my dark. We're not at the top of the dark, not through it. Just to help establish where my boat is. Let's get that back on there, draw them back on there, see. So that kind of worked a little bit, put it back where we want it to be. And we got the side of the cabin coming down here, and the side coming here. Got that roof coming out there. Our stacks we'll take care of. We'll paint those back in, because they're not going to be white, but we know where they're going to go there. And that's all I'm doing, just trying to identify where these places might be, where they're going to hit. And throw more color in there. Guys, why not? Color is what makes your painting. I tell you what, y'all come back next time, we'll see what we can do. Y'all come.